Well, just another beautiful morning here, and come out, say hi to the horses and stuff. Hi, Bear. It's Bear. I want to talk gates a little bit. Bear's watching the neighbor. He's in and out of the forest. Zeus is here. Hey, Zeus. Hi, buddy. Yeah, big stretch. Talking gates a little bit, not a lot of bit. We're going to build a new paddock pretty soon, and talk about the whole paddock build. Actually, a few people have requested that we maybe do a build video. So, but I wanted to briefly discuss gates and why they're important to install properly, the mistakes that are commonly made, maybe not so commonly made, things you might do temporarily. Let's take a quick walk here. I'm going to show you one that is not really what you'd want to do, but what you can do. I mean, there's always these sort of changes or fixes that you can make. They're temporary or permanent that work, but maybe shouldn't work, or they work and they're great. And really, this is just food for thought. I wouldn't say this is a video about exactly how to do things, but you'll get some ideas hey, look, that's Vincent. So down to the end here, we've got a couple of our gates. One of our gates is acting sort of as a fence. So gates don't have to be just gates. Sometimes you can get these super cheap ones that people don't want anymore. They're sort of these heavy duty ones, and they're very heavy. We've put them on with some twine. Twine is amazingly strong. I mean, I don't know how many, hi buddy. I don't know how many jokes I've seen where it's something along the lines of, you know, the farmer said to his son, "Oh, put that twine away, and we can't use that here to fix a fence," or something like that. I was telling the joke terribly, but at the bottom it says, "Said no farmer ever." Twine is just, yeah, hi, you talk a lot. Twine is excellent, great material, but you know, it's a temporary thing, and you always want to kind of check on that. So we've got a couple there, and of course we've got lots more here. What? You talk so, oh, you're so fuzzy. Horses are getting a little fuzzier now, which is good. Anyways, so this is not a way that you would permanently affix a gate, and either way, that gate's not moving, doesn't open. That one doesn't open at all. So, got another gate here. It's just, it barely moves, but that's not the point. We don't actually really use it per se as a common gate. But so there's you know, sort of an example of how, you know, there's another way to use gates. You don't always have to use them just as gates. But we will talk a little bit about how to put a gate on, although I think I will do a more precise video on why you put on a gate a particular way, things to think about before you do it, you know, because you got to think about how the post is. If you're putting it in a post that you put in the ground, that post has to be a particular way. You got to put the holes in. Let's talk about a good example first then, just in case you're a little low on time. We got these gates, and I'm going to put the link below where we get our stuff from. If you're local, maybe it'll help you out. I like these gates the best, and I'll explain why when I get to the next gate. And I really don't like those gates, the one at the back, at all. If I could have fixed that permanently on something, I just would. I wouldn't bother to use it as a gate. They're heavy, which means they're hard on the post. They're hard on the hinges. Yeah, just not for me. So that's just a couple of reasons. This gate here I love. I really, really like this gate. And the reason is it's light. It's got a nice powder coat on it, so you can pick, you know, a variety of colors. We happen to pick the gray ones. But my favorite part of this gate is the way the hinge system works. And you have here, you've got the bolt that snugs it up on that bolt onto the gate. This hinge here goes up and down. So you've got a variance of, move this like this, of here to here, for variability of where you want to put your bolt through a post. The bottom one is affixed essentially because it has to sit on this little bit here, and so you get a little bit of play for installation purposes, but it sits here. So the bottom bolt gets done first. You do the bottom bolt first, and then you get to sort of play with where the top one goes here. And they're nice and long, so there's a lot of ability to adjust the gap based on where your two posts are, the posts that you put the hinges on and the posts that you put, I don't know if you guys are getting lens flare, the posts that you put the latch on. And so these two bolts here, that one and that one, adjust that. These must be tight. They've got washers on them. You should have washers on everything that goes to wood. It gives a better surface area. And I think I'm doing an installation video now, but I don't really want to do that. What I want to talk about is just the types of gates that are really good and some that aren't so good. Really quick one here. This one's good. I like the way the hinges work much better than I'll show you right now. The next one. I'm not a big fan of these latches. I actually don't like chain latches at all. I think they're a pain. They just sort of kind of click in like this. Not a fan of that, but you can get better latch systems separately. Those are great for now though. I mean, they work really well. Coming up to these two guys again. Hi, Luke. Luke and Bear look a lot alike. Anyhow, this gate here. Let's take a look. If you can. Okay. Aluminum, great. Not powder coated. Just straight aluminum. And it's got this bar in the middle that's got these tiny little tack points welded on to increase stability of the gate itself, because it's aluminum. So aluminum is not a very strong metal. And so you have to have that thing in the middle to, whew. I'm gonna do a video on this soon. It's kind of funny, but I'm gonna show you. Don't be offended, but Luke's looking pretty clean. You can't even tell. Anyhow, you guys will see more on that pretty soon. So the gate itself is great. It's only an 8-footer, so having that thing in the middle, there's probably not gonna be a lot of stresses, but I'll show you the arena gate and what happens to those and why I don't think they're any good. Why I would never buy another gate like this ever again. So mistakes made, hard to say. The other thing about it is I really dislike these hinges, and I'll show you right now why. These hinges here are clamp based, so they, oh, hello Bear. Mr. Noisy Pants, taking a deep breath, that's good. You have to buy these separately. These ones that I bought aren't as long as the other ones. You have to clamp this on, but you'll find, I'll show you another gate on how this is a failure system. This is not I don't believe it's a good system. They slip, they move, so the gate gets not, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little off to the side. So they slip and move and it's no good. This one here, hi Zeus. Look, everybody's around me today. Hi, buddy. It's an animal day. This one here, it's better. It can sit right here on this cross post, but then you're sort of reliant on that cross post, not on a separate thing, which is the structure of the gate itself. And the pins themselves, installation is a pain in the butt. And this is the proper way to do it, but you must have one pin down and one pin up. And I tell you, putting a gate on is hard enough without having to mess around with that kind of thing. Let's take a look at one more failure system of a gate, and I'm about to order up a new gate for here because this drives me nuts. Huh. So right here on this gate, the arena gate, is what I call just a point of failure, and we've had to temporarily fix it, otherwise horses get injured. But because this gate now has a bend in it, I don't know if you can see that, it's got this huge bend right there. You can kind of compare it to the bottom bar, right? They don't line up anymore. These tack points, these weld points, fail. They fail, and once they fail, you know, we taped this up because this is a very pointy end, very, very pointy. Pointy things are not, oh, Vinny. Pointy ends are not safe for horses at all. We don't want pointy things. We don't want nails, we don't want barbed wire, we don't want pointy pieces of metal, nothing. And so, that to me, oh, here. All right, one more thing, we'll end this video. You know, sometimes my videos get kind of long, these little chatty chat things. But look at this right here. See how this piece, come on camera, this piece has been squeezed in. Because this doesn't stay, it just squeezes the aluminum. It's just a piece of junk. This is coming off the top here because it's binding. It actually is because this post is fallen over a little bit. It's a heavier gate. The solution to this problem here, where this might turn, somebody squeezed this so hard that it's become not round anymore, become whatever the shape is. The solution actually is to drill a hole and put a nail or a bolt through or something. And then this part here the gate doesn't twist around it. So, I don't know. That's sort of a, we might refer to as MacGyvering it. I saw it on one gate one time and I loved it, and I've done it ever since on any of the gates that I have that are like this. Drill a hole right through, put in a nail or a bolt or something. Remember, a nail is a little bit better because you can bend it right down to the other side. A bolt is a little bit harder. You'll see here. Whoa. You can see here. This points downwards and it's flush, so a horse can't rub on it or get hurt. Whereas a bolt might stick out, you know, even if it's just that amount. I swear, horses, anyways, always getting hurt. Same chain system. Don't like it, but you can buy other stuff. Pretty common though. You just take it and it comes out of there. So, gate itself is fine, but this one needs 2 cross pieces to keep it. And the gate at the back's even more bent. When Benny was here, he leaned his butt up against it, rubbing his butt. I don't know, he just bent it. Whatever, it happens. That's what horses do. But those gray ones are just, they're really good. They're properly, the cross, I'll show you one more time just in case. The piece that comes down the middle that provides that structural integrity for the gate so that it doesn't bend like that is a full out cross bar, the round bar, round post, right? Everything is welded onto that. It's all powder coated, no rust for a little while until, you know, you scratch it up, get the powder coat off, and those fly by the dog view. Okay, I got to get on with things, but I thought I'd give you guys a little, I think we're going on 15 minutes now. Talk about gates. What are you gonna do? I will do an installation one soon because we're building one more paddock, hopefully soon, if the weather holds relatively well. But gate installation, types of gates, things you want to look for if you want to get a gate. Don't cheap out. I mean, they don't have to be really expensive, but you know, when you cheap out, you can tend to regret it later. Especially for gates you use all the time. You're gonna want good gates. Last thing I guess I could mention, gates that have page wire or something, a bunch of wire on top. We have one, oh, I guess I don't use it anymore. Yeah, I don't know where it is, so I guess I don't use it. But those things can be a little dangerous. Maybe I'll show that if I find it. I think it's either there, whatever. Watch this space soon. Got all kinds of things happening, but hopefully that helps somebody out there if you're looking for gates or thinking about gates or things to think about for gates, little tricks you might use to install your gates. See here, look here. Perfect example. Right there. Broken, broken, broken. All of them. These are on the non-horsey side. So, but see, then this whole bar moves really easily. Just no good. But we rarely use this gate. I thought I'd use this gate to bring the trailer or back horses in or something. I never needed it. So, you know, hindsight's 20/20, folks. Okay, thanks for watching this far, if you did, and I'll see you guys again soon.